Coach LaTonya here, and today we're going to do a stretching workout. So if you have been with me for a while, you know that on this channel we do walking workouts every Monday. Those walking workouts, although they are low impact, which means you're not doing a lot of jumping, a lot of bouncing, they can still take a toll on our bodies. And so it would be irresponsible of me to give you consistent walking workouts without the opportunity to stretch out those muscles. And so that is what we're going to do today. All right, so without further ado, let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start to kind of warm up the muscle a little bit. Now this workout, we're going to keep it short and sweet, but I want you to know that this is a workout that you can do after any of the walking workouts. You can do this after a long day, a long weekend, or a day that you just really just want to move a little bit, not really, anything too strenuous. This is a great low impact, a great recovery workout, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to take the hand over to the other side, and again, we're just warming up the body so that we can make those muscles more pliable. Okay, we're going to do 2 and 1. We're going to take it over to the side. You see how my toe comes up, over to the side, and over. I'm also using those the core muscles, so I'm drawing in that belly button as I rotate over to the side as well. 4 and 3 and 2 and time. Let's take it up and over again. Very good. Getting a little toe in there as well. 4 and 3 and 2 and time. Beautiful work. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit dynamic now. We're going to take the leg over to the side, down. We're going to do like a little toe touch here, okay? We're going to get warmed up into an actual leg lift, okay? So over to the side. If you need that toe to balance, otherwise let's go here, down and balance, okay? Balance is something that we need as we get older because you want to have that balance, you want to have that coordination. That is also a part of fitness as well. And so we want to incorporate that into workouts. 1 more. Very good. And then we come over to the other side. And knee up. 4. This helps to stretch out the back as well. 1 more. And time. Okay, let's go ahead now. We're going to go with the leg back. Taking the leg back, we're going to do a little toe heel stretches here. And then alternating the other side. So this is important because we're going to lengthen the calves. I want you to open up those shoulders, open up that chest, nice and tall, very good. Rotate those shoulders back and down. Good. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And time. All right, very good. So for now, I'm going to get some work in that low back. So I want your toes to be engaged with the floor. You want to have those toes tucked on the floor and active, okay? What we're going to do, you want to bring your knees a little more than hip distance apart. And we're going to shift side to side. And again, if you've been doing any of my workouts, these are the most common muscles that are engaged: the low back, the hips, the abs, the arms. And so this is a total body stretch, okay? Make sure that your belly button is pulled in toward the spine and you're shifting the hips side to side, okay? So we're getting by the hip, the obliques, the lats. Take your time as you're settling into that stretch, side to side. Now, as you get a little bit deeper, you may find that your elbows now are able to come down toward the floor. As you're shifting side to side. And 2 more. because I want to make sure that we are getting into that low back a little bit more, okay? So I'm gonna pull my toes toward me, and I'm leaning forward, and then take those shoulders back. This is a great stretch, one of my staple stretches. As we are leaning forward, you're getting to the back of those legs and getting into that low back as well, okay? It's called the posterior chain, the back of the body, right? This is what we're working on. So whenever you're stretching, you don't want to round your back. You want to lean forward and lengthen the back of those legs, okay? Very good. 2 more. 1 more. And time. Okay, with the foot inside the thigh, toward the thigh, and we're coming over to the side with a nice little toe touch. Over to the side. 3 and 2 and time. Okay? And then we do the same thing. Now this is what I want you to practice, okay? Keeping that core engaged so that you're not having to move your legs with your hands. You should be able to take that leg and come here, okay? So we're gonna make this into more of a dynamic move, but for right now, we're gonna come here and just kind of work with range of motion for those legs, okay? And this is gonna help us to make sure that we're able to touch our toes. That is a myth that as you get older, you should not, not being able to touch your toes is a norm. That's a myth, okay? That means that you want to work on flexibility, means you want to work on moving your body more often so your muscles are not less stiff, more pliable, and you have the length, right, as well as the strength. Okay, so let's make this more fluid. I'm going to come here, okay, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 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 2, 3, and 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now from here, we are going to get into a little bit of a rotation. So we're going to come here, elbows toward the knee. And why are we doing it this way? Because your knee, you have to go a little bit further with rotation and with the stretch. You're also having something to focus on by bringing the knee toward the elbow toward the knee. Okay? So let's do 2 more and 1 more and time. Okay. Now I'm going to take my right leg over my left arm over my right. Okay, let's do that again. So I'm going to take my right leg over my left arm over my right. I'm going to do that 1 more time. Okay, so here we go. Right leg, left arm over my right. Okay, and so what I'm doing here is getting into a little bit of a twist, opening up the back. You want to look forward, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? So I'm going to take my left leg over my right arm over my left, and I'm twisting, keeping my gaze forward, and holding it for 3, and 2, and time. It feels so good as we're working along those obliques. And we come back again with a nice twist, nice and tall. Very good. 3, and 2, and time. And then we're going to go 1 more time over to the other side. And we come over with a nice twist for 3, and 2, and time. Lovely. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the bottom of the feet together. Now, if your inner thighs are tight, then your legs will come up to about here, depending on how tight they are. Okay? The goal is to stretch out your legs, okay? Not to meet me where I am, but to meet you where you are, right? To be present with where you are today, okay? So what we're doing is we're sitting up nice and tall. I like to even use my arms, right, to just press upon the thigh, and we're going to go ahead and just lean forward, right? This is a forward stretch, not from rounding the back, but from hinging at the hip. And this enables us to stretch out those inner thighs. I want you to breathe it out. Breathe in as you come up and blow out as you come forward, okay? Breathing in and take it forward. Now you may feel like at this point you're getting a little bit more mobility here. That's a really good sign. It means that you are not so tight that you won't see change in one session. Now sometimes I work with clients and they are tight, they've been tight for a while, so people are just more, naturally tight. And that's okay. But if you're finding that even in this first session, within minutes, you're feeling a little bit better, then this is something that you can make a consistent part of your week, a couple times a week, to maintain flexibility and mobility. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring our legs here and we're gonna shift. So we're opening up that hip. Now as we do this, we wanna give a little strength to the hips here as well. So I'm gonna lift up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. And then we're gonna go to the other side, same thing. We're gonna open up through that hip flexor here, right at the top of that thigh. And then we're gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna take it again over to the side. And with this hip here, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very, very good. And once more, we go with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Now, we're going to come here again, and you're going to use your arm, okay? Now, if you have a hard time bringing your hand here, you can use your fist. You're going to use the top of your fist, okay? So I will show you here. But what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you're on a carpeted or on your mat. We're going to come up and open up that hip flexor a little bit more, and that thumb points down. Okay, so we're getting into the lats as well as the hips and the obliques, okay? So let's do that again. We're coming up, point that thumb over to the side a little bit deeper, and bring it down. Beautiful. We're gonna do that one more time. Up and over, and down. We're gonna use those legs again. Over to the side. I'll use my fist again. Up and over, stretching out the lats, the obliques, and the hips. Very, very good. Okay? The obliques, the lats, the obliques, and the hips. Okay? So let's do that again. Coming over to the side, thumb down. Very good. Awesome. And let's do 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Beautiful work. Very good. Okay. Now, I want to do a little bit of the glute and piriformis, which is so important. So we're going to come down here. And with the glutes, what I like to do is cross at the knee, and then you're going to bring both knees in toward the chest. This is a great way to get into those glutes. Again, if you've done any of my workouts and we're doing legs, you may not notice it because you're moving and grooving, but over time, if you're doing these consistently, you may find, oh, my back is a little tight, my glutes, my abs, right? because although it's low impact and low intensity, they are very effective. And so this is great for anyone who is consistent with their workouts, okay? So let's go ahead and switch to the other side. You're gonna bring that knee in toward the chest, and you should feel this on the other side, okay? Now, even as we're doing this, you wanna keep your shoulders relaxed against the mat. Your core is pulled in toward the spine. And we're gonna just hang out here for 3 and 2 and time. Now, as we're taking a break from that stretch, we're gonna keep our feet pointed toward the heavens. So you see how they're pointed? And what we're gonna do is a small circle here. You're keeping those legs right above the belly. And we're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. We're gonna switch that direction. Very good, small circles. 5, you may feel the work in those abs. 4, and 3, and 2, and time. Now we're going to go ahead and bring those knees in toward the chest. This feels so good on the back because we are helping to get length back in the back again. Now we're going to come back with the feet. We're going to cross at the knee, pull the knees into the chest, and get into that low back again. Now, as you can see, I'm actually breaking that leg a little bit down, a little bit more than I did before. Before I was about here, now I'm about here. Do what you can today because you live in that body, right? So do what you can today. Breathing out for 3 and 2 and time. We're going to go ahead with the other side again and crossing at the knee and just really getting that length back in those glutes, those hips, and we hold it for 4 and 3 and 2 and time. All right, so now what we're going to do, both feet are flat on the mat. You're going to extend both arms out to the side, shift those knees over. The top knee comes forward, and the arm on that same side, you're just going to give a little bit of pressure if you want, just to open up that back a little bit more into a twist. All right? Now, gently release and bring both feet back to the mat. Give your back time to just reset. You take that knee in toward the chest and the other knee in, and then we're going to shift over to the side, same thing, slightly above. We're getting into the hips, the low back. Feels marvelous, especially as the sun is shining in. You feel that nice radiant heat coming in. Beautiful job. All right. So we're going to finish up with this on those arms overhead, about here. And you're coming one at a time, okay? One at a time. I want you to feel those abs, okay? Without stressing them. I want you to feel the activation, right, of those abs. So you're pulling, right? You're keeping that core engaged as you're lifting. You're allowing the weight of the arms, the weight of the legs to provide just enough tension that you are able to really use those abs, okay? So let's do 4. Take your time with this. Keep that back settled. Good. And 3. And 2. One more. Very good. Now, we want to take a break. Bring that knee in toward the chest and the other knee in toward the chest. All right, one more time. Let's focus on the breath. Hand on the belly, hand on the chest. Focus on your breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Shoulders relaxed. In through the nose and out through the mouth. more time. I have my hand on my diaphragm now. You can really feel that breath. And exhale out. We're going to do this one more time. So we're coming up. Use that breath. Use that tension, right? The weight of the arms, the weight of the legs, coming up toward the center. And you are using that tension to bring strength to the abs. Two more. One more. Last one. And time. All right. So we're going to go ahead and sit up. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just go ahead, place the palms up on the thigh. I like that because it turns off the shoulders, right? And we're going to take those shoulders back and down. I hope that you enjoyed today's stretch. I hope that you feel less tension in your body and more relaxation. This is a great time, a great way to bring calm back to your body at the end of the day, at the end of a long week, or just if you want to do some recovery, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the side. It's just a nice and gentle way to add length back to your neck and your traps. Side to side. Good. Side to side. Two more. And one more. Very good. Okay. I'm going to take my arm now and slide behind. And then I'm going to bring the ear over to the other side. This is giving length right into the traps and the shoulders. Breathing it out, allowing those muscles to relax. Gently bring the head back up. And then we do the same thing on the other side. If you have a high top knot, be careful about bringing your head to the opposite side because the weight on top of your head is adding to the weight on your neck. And so if you need to, you can bring your hair down, okay, before you do that. So I'm going to go to the other side. And keeping that shoulder down and relax. And again, I'm working with here, the neck, breathing it out, and holding on for 3, and 2, and time. Very, very good stretch. All right. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. And until next time, look beautiful.